Good afternoon, everybody. Jesse Montaño, Guerilla Sports, Kyle Fredrickson, Denver Gazette. We've done these a few times now, Kyle. I'm getting in the rhythm of it. I like it.
Yeah.
We're out here at American Airlines Center, Dallas, Texas. Game 2 tonight, Avs, Stars. Kyle, I guess you and I haven't officially caught up since Game 1. What a crazy Game 1. Thrilling win for the Avs. Just from your seat, how did you see that one?
Yeah, it was sort of this team's MO from the regular season. They're never out of it. Jared Bednar is always saying the final score is the only score that matter. And that's what we saw in this game, right? And even when they were down 3 goals, even in press row here at American Airlines Center, I don't think we thought that the game was over by any means. And it was a little predictable. A team that hasn't played in a while. This team doesn't play that well on rest anyway.
Yep.
Took a while to find their legs, but once they did, it was just game on. More of the same of what we've seen. Alexander Georgiev, kind of a microcosm of what happened in Game 1 in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Although the team, was able to rally around him after that tough first and actually win the game.
Bounce
So,
back,
so I think it speaks a lot to where this team is mentally right now.
Well, and like you said, you knew that you were going to have the rusty first period. And I actually thought that was what made Game 1 such a missed opportunity for the Dallas Stars. Was you knew, everyone knew, we all knew. Nathan MacKinnon even, I think he said they were in their rhythm in the first period, referring to the Dallas Stars. Like, they're coming off of Game 7, like they were clicking. That was the opportunity for the Stars to be able to jump on an Avs team that was still shaking the rust off. I'm with you. I thought they let them settle into the game, and that sets up a really interesting narrative for tonight. This Game 2 becomes a must win for the Dallas Stars. You can't head into Denver playing against the best home team in the NHL down 2-0.
I think one thing that the Avs are going to have to do well that they did in Game 1 to Game 2 is special teams, because that's really what turned the game around, right?
Absolutely.
A couple of power play goals. Avs kind of flex their skill. Their confidence comes back. MacKinnon gets the even strength goal. All of a sudden, the energy in this place just kind of dissolved.
It changed
at that point.
Yes.
Kind of felt like a regular season building to some degree. So that, to me, is a huge key in this game. We saw the depth scoring in round 1. Not as many of those opportunities coming in Game 1 of this round. That middle stat line, maybe not quite as effective. I'd be interested to see if that group's more productive, because they're going to need a different hero every night. Game 1, Miles Wood. Wow, what a cool moment, right?
Seriously.
I mean, that celebration on the glass, the way that those guys rally around him. Wood said, hey, I don't play overtime. 3-on-3 is not for me. So the fact that he was in this moment and to step up like that, it's huge. And you figure someone else on the roster is got to do that tonight for the Avs to go back with that 2-0 lead. That's
a great call out, because it's Pete DeBoer, Dallas Stars head coach, talked after the game like, man, their stars kind of did whatever they wanted. The Avs top players. And that was big for the Avs on that type of night. Nathan MacKinnon, Val Nichushkin gets the goals, Cale Makar. But you get that depth punch from Miles Wood, and I think that's what you're talking about. That is the difference in these playoff games. Yes, your stars are going to be the ones that kind of carry you through, but you need your depth players to contribute at key times. That was what the Avs got in Game 1. And I'm with you. It's the Casey Middlestat line for me is the line that I want to see kind of take it to a different level here tonight. But if they're getting in front of Jake Oettinger the way that they did in Game 1 or throughout that first round, doesn't matter who's in net for the other team.
I would agree with that. And I think our guy Evan asked a great question of Jared Bednar this week, which is, do you feel confident that this team can win in different styles? Can you win that tight game? Can you win that high-scoring game? And to a man, it seems like this team's confident they can do that. So, I'm very curious if that's going to play out. We expected there to be, close, tight games in round 1.
Yeah.
Never happened for whatever reason. Can't explain that one. But you figure against a team like the Stars, with Oettinger, with how solid that the Stars are from lines 1 through 4, we're going to get that game. Is it Game 2? We'll see, but I think either way, there's going to be high drama in the building tonight.
And just maybe adding to a little bit of that, them feeling confident about that being able to play a tight game. Maybe the part that was a little overlooked. I know it was overlooked by me when I did a lot of my post game stuff a couple nights ago. Another offensive output, another 4-goal night. We didn't quite, at least I didn't, give quite enough credence to the fact that the Avs hardly gave up anything defensively after falling behind 3-0. I believe it was 8 total shots for the Dallas Stars after they went up 3-0 between that moment and overtime. So the Avs showed we're fine to clamp things down defensively too if you want.
they're making Georgie's life easy, and when life's easy on him, he plays extremely well. I mean, any goalie is going to play well when you face 16 shots and it's midway through the third period or whatever it was in game one. So use that same formula, keep his confidence high. But even if they get down in games, I mean, this is a group that really does believe that they're in everything.
Yeah, you're right. As much as it was an opportunity for the Dallas Stars a couple nights ago to kind of get off to a good start, this is a massive opportunity here tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. If you can replicate a similar effort to what you had in the last 40 minutes, you have a chance to go back home up 2-0 in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, which would just be huge for them. But on the flip side, Dallas is going to bring their best game of the playoffs. This is probably going to be as desperate as they're going to have to play, kind of treat it like it's another Game 7. Falling behind 2-0, if you're letting the Avs really start to build things here, you might be in trouble. So that's, I think, about it here from this morning. Any final thoughts on morning skate? Anything we saw?
No, Jonathan Drouin, I think we mentioned it. He's skating behind us here. It feels like he's making progress. No timeline for him, but you got to feel like the end of this round, the beginning of next round seems feasible. Yep. Joel Kiviranta, also a guy who I would expect to be back in the lineup based on who we see out here. Yep. But Chris Wagner was also in the locker room after morning skate. So we'll see when the game starts.
They got a couple options. Seems like maybe they got a couple options, which this time of year, that's always a luxury. Right. But that's going to do it, guys. Game 2 here tonight. Kyle will have all kinds of great content for you guys up on the Denver Gazette. As soon as the game ends, we will be live here from American Airlines Center as well to break down the game over on Guerilla Sports. So make sure you guys are checking out everything Kyle's getting to you guys right after the game ends on Denver Gazette. And then tune in to any of our live content we'll have here coming to you guys from the rink, as well as locker room interviews, all that good stuff. For Kyle Fredrickson, Denver Gazette, I'm Jesse Montaño, Guerilla Sports. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you after the game.